Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Cameron from Tactical Trading Services. Hope everybody's doing all right. It is a beautiful early Saturday morning. It's about 5 o'clock, August 14th. Been up for a few hours doing some things, and just thought I'd sit down and make another market analysis video. Yeah, I don't know, it's been a couple weeks. I try to do one every week, but sometimes it don't happen. So before we get into it, I just want to let everybody know, go over to Facebook and like the Tactical Trading Services page. Also, go ahead and join our group. We got a little group here, and a lot of stuff, a lot of content in there for everybody. Also, if you don't know, we offer 1 week free trial. Come trade with us. Link will be below in the description. If it's not for you, that's fine. No worries. Just move on. But come give us a shot. Let us help you build that wealth that you're looking for. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and kick it off here with the S&P 500, since that is really one of the big underlyings that I trade a lot. It's one of the main indices, and so it's kind of important. This is the daily chart. As you can see, last week we kind of ground sideways, and we had a pop on Thursday, and we had a real tight trading range on Friday, which ultimately closed at a high. This is good. I've been bullish for a while now. I maintain my bullishness. I have trimmed exposure, and I have one small bearish play on into the end of the month, looking for a small pullback. Not anything big. I still think we're going to move higher, but I think that we're due for a little pullback here. Maybe back down into here. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's where I'm looking for this to go, and then I'll redeploy a large amount of capital on the bullish side, because that'll be a good buying area. In the group, I told everybody, I was like, okay, 44.60 to 44.75. I think we'll start seeing some resistance, and that will offer us a viable pullback. So we're there. We might complete into next week, into the 75 or the 80 area. We'll just have to see. If we start pushing over 80, then we're just going to keep going for a while longer. But I do anticipate some sort of small pullback here, and I will be buying it. So be on the lookout for that. The other one that we can take a look at will be the NASDAQ. So if we look at the NASDAQ, it's been there's been kind of a rolling rotation going on, and it actually had a pretty good day, but it's been sideways as well. It's been battling this upper trend channel resistance here, and we rejected that, and we came back down to the 20, and now we're trying to bounce off that. Okay, we'll just have to see if we continue and we start breaking over this, then it's going to be a pretty good rally. It's going to be a pretty good bull rally. I just don't think that it's ready yet. I think we still have a little bit more pullback to go, but I could be wrong. This hourly chart is really looking bullish. Okay, you got your price action is above your moving averages. We're battling this linear regression trend line here, which is kind of serving as like the mean. Whenever we finally break over that, then we should take off. So as you can see here, your 20 is curling back up, and you're about to get a cross, that golden cross as they call it, right between your 20 and your 50 right here on your hourly chart. So, you know, if that happens, and we start pushing up, then like I said, we're going to have a pretty good rally. I want to play it conservatively. I want a little pullback, for a better entry. I don't like having an entry here. That's kind of why I've been holding off a little bit on putting real heavy positions on. We've been playing some light positions, but whenever you're at all-time highs, you're right here at this mid channel trend line. You got your linear regression, and you're so far off of your MAs. I kind of like to have a better entry to deploy a large amount of capital. I would love it if we came back down here to 43.50, 43.30 area. I would love that. That would be an amazing opportunity to buy in and play the long side. Another one that I'm keeping an eye on is Amazon, because Amazon, so Amazon is sitting right on its daily 200, and if you know, Amazon's due for a pop. Okay, you can just look at this chart and see that you know, we had the earnings gap down here, and we rode this lower trend line for a while, for about a week or so, until we ultimately broke it and fell. Now we're on the daily 200. We haven't had a pop. We're due for a little pop, you know, at least to the point to where we come back and we test that trend line, or we even, by the time that we pop, the SMAs will probably be somewhere right in here along this linear regression, which would coincide with about 3,400, and there we would find some resistance. There is a chance that there's possibly more downside to Amazon. That's a nasty gap. That's pretty nasty. If you zoom in here and we just take a measurement. So let's say we'll just go from about the low to the open of that candle. So that's about a 7% gap down in Amazon. That's pretty bad. So that's kind of worrisome. But like I said, you can play a quick bullish play to get a slight bounce back into this resistance until it decides what it wants to do. And if you go back and you look where we're at now, if we just draw a channel, so if we come over here and we draw a channel, you can draw one with the upper trend line right there, and let's see, where would be good? So about probably about right in there. Look where we're at. Look where the price action is at. It's right there in the middle of that channel. So you know, for the last year, price action has just kind of been just grinding sideways. So you know, that's just, I probably, depending on the indices, I'll probably look at opening a quick bullish play, maybe into the end of the month expiration, for a little pop in Amazon next week. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But you know, if you look right here, the hourly, it's been battling. It's been battling this 20, and it hasn't been able to get above it. So, but yeah, what'll happen is if we get the pop, we'll run up here. We'll test this, or if we go to the 20 or whatever on the daily chart, that'll coincide with the 200 on the hourly, and it'll be down in here somewhere by that time. So it's just something to watch because it could be a good trade. Amazon provides really good trades. So Tesla has really disappointed me because I really wanted it to come back down here to 550 to 500. I really thought that whenever it was battling in this upper triangle trend line here, that it was going to get one more low in here before taking off. But we have since broken the upper trend line of this triangle, and we've just been consolidating sideways. That's actually a bullish sign if you think about it. If you think about what you're looking at here, sometimes you just have to take a step back and just look at the price action and what is it telling you. So you've been in consolidation since falling from the highs, right? You've been boom, boom, another low there, and then you come up here and you start battling this trend line here, okay? Well, your daily 200 comes into play, and it just starts coiling up, okay? And I wanted to open some plays in here, but I didn't because I was anticipating. I was taking the moving averages out of the equation, and I was just looking at this consolidation triangle, and I was expecting one more low before we really took off. But we had a successful bounce off the 200. We broke above that consolidation trend line, and now we're just going sideways, okay? And that's bullish. We had the breakout, all right, and we're sideways. We didn't have the breakout and then sell off, okay? So that's important to note, and that's important to look at because we could be getting ready for a pretty good pop. And I've been watching it, and I'd really love to take an equities position in Tesla and just use it as a swing. And as you can see here on the hourly, whenever we popped up, so we broke above it and then we rode it right here and consolidated above it before having a nice big pop. We had the acceleration gap, and then we've just been consolidating this whole candle. Look how price action has been confined to the range of that candle, that gap up candle. Isn't that amazing? So we're soaking up the supply here, all right? There is a demand, and we're soaking up the supply right in this 700 region. And these SMAs, they're looking, and the candlesticks, it's looking like it wants to go. I don't know. Tesla's a funny one. If it doesn't go next week, and we do get the pullback in the indices, and we get back down here and start testing this hourly 200, I'm going to buy 100 shares of Tesla, and I'm going to start selling covered options on it into the end of the year. And if I do that, I should be able to, just off that one trade, probably, I don't know, pull in a good 25-30K into the end of the year just off that one trade. So that's something that I'm going to be watching very closely because I would like to get a piece of that. So I've been talking about Apple. I've posted a couple charts of Apple in the group, okay? I drew this little consolidation triangle here, and once again, I was wanting I was wanting about a 143 test for one more low before taking off, but you know, it doesn't look like that's going to happen right now. We are, if you extend that out to the right, if you look, I mean, we're right there on that that upper trend line here, you know. So maybe we'll get this pullback that I was anticipating here. If we do, if you look, it's kind of funny how all this stuff can line up. But if you look right here at 143, so if we do, if this does serve as resistance and we do get our pullback into the 143 area, by that time, your 50 SMA for the daily chart should be caught up to that region, okay? And so therefore, what's going to happen? You're going to find support on your 50-day, blah, 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 and then you'll take off. It all depends on what the indices do next week, okay? It really does. And I'm watching that closely to see what happens, because there's about to be some pretty good money to be made on some directional plays in this market. So as you can see, it was some really tight trading ranges for the most part on Friday. So we'll just have to keep looking and watching, see what happens. But those are really the major players that I wanted to talk about and go over on this video. I'll keep it kind of short. We're about 17 minutes now. So if anybody's got any requests for some charts to look at, anything you're trading that you're wondering about, or any questions or anything like that, then hit me up on the Facebook group. I'm pretty active in there. I get back with people fairly quickly unless I just miss the post. But like I said, check us out if you want to come trade with us. Oh, real quick, we've put out 10 trades this month. We have 2 trades still open right now, and so this is simulated with 1 contract per trade. So as long as these 2 open trades work out pretty good, if you was to come trade 1 contract with us, you would be up $500 for this month since August 2nd. So that's about a 9% return on your capital used. As you can see, our trades, we hadn't had a loser yet this month, and you know, 57%, 74%, 56%. So we've been doing pretty good this month. And here's the overall trade performance for 2021. The red is P&L per trade. So as you can see from over here, about our largest loss was about $180, I guess, right around there. And our biggest gain was a little over 1,000 on that trade right there. And the green line is our total P&L for the year. So if you came at the beginning of the year and you traded 1 contract, you'd be up about $6,000, I guess, off 1 contract per trade so far. So it's pretty good. All right, I'll leave it at that. If anybody needs anything, like I said, hit me up. I will be happy to help you or provide you with my opinion. And like I said, check out the links in this description. Come trade with us. Come give us a try. All right, happy trading. Thanks, everybody.